Alright, so good morning, dear traders. Winston could see it, aka Mr. Mayor Forex Trading. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. All right, so today, just want to go through a couple of things here with you guys, and we're going to have a good look at the market, but also I want to have a look at the Bitcoin today, and I want to have a look at the US 30, and a couple of things I want to have a look at. But also on the live chats, guys, I know this channel is still small for now, but I'm sure if I just keep on doing what I'm doing, the channel will grow. And basically I want to create a community of people that trade with me live every morning. And if there's something that you want me to have a look at, please send it through on the comments, and I'll have a look at that, because I got the comments open as well, so I can see if someone comments. Okay, so firstly of all, I want to have a look at the two trades that I'm in at the moment, and it is the Euro USD and the Pound USD. So as you can see, the Pound is a $12 profit. I'll get to that now. The Euro USD. Okay, so I jumped into this trade. Reason being, it's my trading style. Once the previous low gets broken, like with that over there, the low that forms, I'm waiting for a retest, and the second run that breaks that previous low, that low over there. So the low that broke the previous low must be broken again for a second time. Once that happens, I jump into the trade. So I have jumped into the trade there. Excuse me. So, and it's working its way down. As I said on yesterday's video as well, my suspicion is it's going to work its way down to this trend line over here. This is on the Euro USD, and then probably go for a ride to the upside. But I will do a trailing stop every new lower high that forms. I will put my take profit, well, my trailing stop behind it, so as I go along. The Pound USD, exactly the same happened. There was a previous low there. It got broken with that candle over there. There's a retest, and then that candle there got broken, and then I jumped into the trade. You can see it's on that line over there. It picked me up, and I'm in the trade at the moment. But I've also got a slight suspicion it's only a little bit of a down to there, and then we should see a move to the upside. It's exactly the same. Alright, so for the Euro Yen, it has been in a sideways momentum for a while, for a bit now. I'm just going to close this so I got more space. Okay, so it's been on a sideways momentum. Now there's the previous high and there's the previous low. I've marked it out already for me. I just want to move this one on. Okay, so as you can see, that previous high got broken. Where is that? I just want to check which one is the previous high. There's a low that broke that low over there, so that is the previous high. Why? I just want to put it on the right place there. Alright, so that is the previous high. So if this high gets broken, retested, and for a second run, I will definitely jump into this market, and I will take the trade to the upside or to the downside. If it does break down to the downside, I'm not likely to take a sell. I might take a little sell, but it's not going to be a big sell. Reason being, there's a major support right over here. As you guys can see, this is a major support. So I don't necessarily want to sell close to a support. That's not the way I do my things, and that's not the way I work. I don't necessarily sell close to a support, and I don't buy close to a resistance. And then, of course, my trading style that I have. The gold, I had some fun with the gold. You know, good luck. A couple of, you know, I think it was two trades that was quite nice on the gold. I had my fun, but it's not time to get serious on the gold again. So what I'm going to wait for the gold is either to break this 2,490 mark, or to break to the upside. So I'm just waiting for gold at the moment. It's at a support over here, and it's fooling around. So because I don't scalp, there's nothing for me here at the moment. At the gold, there's nothing for me, so I'm not even looking. The same with the US yen as well. I'm waiting for it to break through and do a retest and then a second run. The reason I always wait for a second run is for this reason. What happened over here, you see a breakthrough, it broke through. So a lot of people thought, okay, there we go, it's change of character, it was broken now, so they want to put a buy order in here because it broke the previous high. You're going to make a mistake. I always wait for a second run because you don't get caught up in these little fake outs. It keeps you from the fake outs. So that's why I wait for a break, retest, second run. This second run needs to break that high over there of the candle that broke the previous high, which is this one over there. I'm aiming for a second run to break that high. Then on that high is where I put my buy order in, because it should come back, pick you up, and then, you know, take a run in the market. All right. Let's just have a look quickly at the news for the week. I don't think there's a lot big news. Yes, it's the ISM manufacturing. So that will be on today. And what's that? 4 o'clock. That news will be coming out. We've got the Swiss franc as well, but I'm not too I'm not too worried about the Swiss as well as about the francs. It's just the USD that I'm looking at. I'm not too worried about the Aussie because I'm not an Aussie. Canadian dollar, I'm not too worried about. The US is JOLTS. Okay, that's also going to be a big one on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. The JOLTS. That's also going to absolutely do some movement in the markets. And then on Thursday, the 5th of September, Thursday, 5th of September, we've got the non-farm, which is actually quite also a good one for the markets, which also makes the markets move, and the unemployment claims. Okay, so that is what to look for this week. Friday, we've got the Canadian dollar, we've got the US non-farm change and the non-farm. Okay, so we've got some news this week coming out, which is going to be absolutely fantastic to just to move the markets a little bit. Okay, so let's quickly go on to the trading view. I just want to have a look at the US 30 quickly. Just want to have a good look at the US Dow Jones. Okay. Now, as you can see, we are at a daily resistance over here. And it is taking a good stab at it, but it's not breaking the daily resistance as of yet. Sure. This is a 4-hour chart. So what I can see is, as soon as I start seeing, I just want to get rid of some of these things over here because it's a bit messy for me. I just want to get rid of all these lines. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, so from what I can see, and let's get one line in there. There was that one over there. Okay, so from what I can see is we do see that this is quite a solid resistance over here, and got broken, got pushed back, got broken again, and it looks like it's keeping it's keeping above this level over here. But I also remember that with the US dollar and the job opening and the job numbers and so forth, that was quite a bit of a tricky one. You did see the market rally to the upside. So the market did rally to the upside because of that news and because of the US dollar, but it's also because of the interest rates and so forth for the US dollar. One day I'll sit and I'll explain it to you guys properly what the interest has to do, or the job numbers has to got to do, and whatever the US dollar is doing has got to do with the markets. Sometimes you get a very bad job, a higher unemployment rate, but yet the market reacts positively to it. And that is because of interest rates and so forth coming down or going up. So it's got a lot to do with that the market reacts to certain things, and you have to look out for those things to know that the market reacts. But the market has been reacting a lot, and it's got some significant growth. This is a big jump to the upside. So at this stage, I'm not looking for a buy opportunity on the US 30. I'm looking for a sell opportunity. The market has to calm down at some point. So it hasn't broken through this daily resistance yet. It hasn't broken through it. So, and I do see that You know, the bears are climbing in there and the bears are fighting their balls off so that the bulls don't take this. Because once this thing breaks through and makes a run for it and comes back for a retest, it's over. Then this resistance becomes support. All right, so you have to remember that. So it's at that level. There's a big fight happening here, but we'll give it a chance and we'll see. Now, getting to Bitcoin, I just want to get to the Bitcoin quickly. The Bitcoin is at a bit of a downward movement at the moment. I'm just going to put some lines on here and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm thinking of is happening at the moment with in regards to the Bitcoin. Okay, just want to get a second one in there. This one would be a red one. I'm just going to work with these two lines quickly, and then you guys can see exactly what I'm doing at the moment. All right, so for the Bitcoin, this is a 4 hour. I just want to go to the daily quickly on the Bitcoin. All right, so let me open up this a little bit. On the Bitcoin, you can see that yes, it might look like sideways momentum, and technically yes, it is sideways momentum, but we are forming this little bit of a downward momentum over here. Don't know if you guys can see that. I just want to put that up nicely there so you guys can see that. Okay, so forget about those two over there. I just want to come now. Stop messing around with me. Okay, so as you guys can see, there is still downward momentum over here. And coming from the downside as well, there is these lower lows over here. So this is a channel. It is a downward channel forming. So from what I can see here, we might see a little bit of a downward push, maybe right to this level. I just want to mark out my second level of support over here. This must be a green. I just want to mark out so you've got a more of a mental idea of what is happening. So as you guys can see, this was a support, and it was quite a good support because this one came all the way down to here and then found support and pushed to the upside. So what I'm thinking is we might see a little bit of a run back down to these lows over here, the 51, maybe right down to the 50. There's a 50,000. See, it's a mental number. When you work on these things, you have to work on mental numbers. Right back down to the 50,000 over here. And then we might see a push to the upside. Now, in regards to these channels, if you look at the chart or the pattern charts, a channel, a bearish channel, which means a downward channel, usually indicates that price will break through and move further to the upside. That's usually what that channel indicates, is you will see a break and a move to the upside. But sometimes, and not all the times, but very few times, it breaks down to the downside and just continues down. All right, so whenever you guys are trading, don't just look at patterns like this channel over here, and think, okay, the book says this channel, if it does that, it's going to break to the upside and price is going to move. It doesn't always happen that way. You have to be very careful by just blindly following channels. Or patterns. Don't just do that. You get your wedges, you get your flag, you get ascending triangle, descending triangle. There's such a huge amount of patterns in the book, and those patterns tell you that, oh, this is going to happen. It doesn't always happen this way. This could be the start of a downward momentum and a downward spiral for the Bitcoin. So don't get too comfortable. Don't get thinking, oh, you're going to jump in and Bitcoin is going to fly off. Now you need to buy Bitcoin as much as you can because Bitcoin is going to go up to the 90,000, just fly off to the top. That's not always the way it works. I just want to put a nice red one in there as well, so that I am ready for when something goes down. Excuse me. All right, so for now, we're at a level of support coming as it pertains to the the Bitcoin. I just want to get in a bit closer here. So we are at a level of support, which was quite good support over the time. What I'm waiting for is for the support to be broken, a retest, and then I'm going to follow this down to the 50,000 mark. Okay, mental numbers. Remember, mental numbers 50,000. So right there we are now. So we might see it come all the way back down to this level, and then maybe take a little bit of stab down, and then see a run to the upside. So what I'm waiting for the Bitcoin is for Bitcoin to get to this level over here. Let me make a small little block so that we know. And let's make it green. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Yes, add text please. Wait for price to get here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be waiting for. I'm going to wait for Bitcoin to get to this level over here. Once it gets to this level over here, I'm going to start looking for some buying opportunities in Bitcoin. And I trade the same way. I need to see a break of structure, a retest, and a second run before I jump into the market. Okay, so that's pertaining to anything I trade. I've got one style. Doesn't matter what I trade, stocks, FX, gold, silver, platinum, it doesn't matter, oil, it doesn't matter what I trade. I've got one style that I use, and that's that. And it's been very profitable for me in the long run. So you know, when I trade on my real account, there's not actually any emotion involved, because I've been using the same style for the last 5 years, been trading the same style. Before that, I've jumped around. I've had a couple other styles that I've traded. You know, I've used the support and resistance, I've used trend lines, and I've used this and I've used that. But one trading style has just been consistently paid out and has been consistently worth me trading that way. So when I trade, even when I trade on my real account, there's not a lot of emotion involved, because I use a style and I stick to it. All right. So I'm going to wait for price to get here. Once it gets here, I'm going to start looking for some buying momentum or some buying opportunities. Okay, that's pertaining to the Bitcoin. All right, so I'm going to get to oil quickly. Oh. Which one will I use? Oil USD, there we go. Okay, as it gets to the liquid gold, I just want to explain this to you guys as well. I'm on the daily time frame on the liquid gold. Yo, I haven't been on this one in a long time, you can see that. Sure. I just want to grab this one. Yeah, that's the last time I've been on this. Yo, been on this in ages. Alright, so we are at a good level of support. For those of you who are wondering, the liquid gold, the oil, we are at a very solid level of support over here. We might see a couple of breakthroughs, but I've got a feeling, a slight suspicion that we would see the oil break through this level of support over here, and maybe take a stab at the lows right over there. Let's change that color to green. There we go. All right, so I've got a slight suspicion we might see oil pulling through this level of support and then making its way down to the 67,000. Okay, let's the 67, maybe 65 even. I'm not too sure about the 65, but we might see a push down to the 65 even, if I want to be frank here. I like working with, you know, numbers, mental numbers like 2,500, 65,000, 1,500, 15,000. I like working with, because that's mental numbers that the market also reacts to as well. So if I can see what I'm looking at, let me explain why I say we might see a push down to the downside. Just purely working on the chart here. So we did see oil push up, retest, push up. But if you can look at these where the bulls climb in, every time it gets weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. So we do see that the bulls are getting exhausted trying to push or trying to keep this market above this level of 73,000. Oh, it's such a beautiful number. Train of the 73,000. So you can see that the bulls are trying, but they're getting exhausted. They're getting tired of trying to keep the oil or the level above this 73,000. So they are going to, I think they are going to lose this battle over here, and I think the next battle will be, like I say, at the 65. So between the 67 and 65 level, that will be the next battle over there. So for those of you who do buy gold, the oil, or sell oil, this is my opinion on the oil, and this is where I'm standing at the oil as well. All right, so at this moment, if you are a bull, yes, you might jump into the market every time it comes close to here, but as you can see, the market is slowing down. As you can see from the caps, from where the highs are, it is slowing down. And I think slowly but surely the bulls are losing control over this support over here. But what I will wait for is for market to break through, do a retest, and once it breaks through and does a retest, I might put a sell order in it. It might be a little bit of a fake out, that's why I'll wait for a second run, and then I will put a sell order in and hopefully follow it down to the downside. We'll use that's my opinion or my outlook on the oil. Remember, ladies and gents, this is just my opinion. I'm not responsible for any of your trading, and I'm just showcasing my style of trading and giving my thoughts to it. All right, I'm not telling you guys what to do. This is just my thoughts. Anyway, so that's my outlook for the week as it comes to the Bitcoin and the liquid gold, of course, which is oil. I like oil. I like trading oil every now and then. Haven't traded it in a long time, but yeah. Okay, so as you can see with the gold, we are seeing a spike, nice volume, nice spike to the upside. So I don't think we'll see another run to the top here. That's why I'm not interested in buying gold at the moment. When the market was still fresh in this sideways momentum, yes, I was buying, and when it gets to the bottom, I bought, and then I sold, and then bought and sold. But I'm not going to do that now. Again, I think the market is on its way, making its way either lower down to this level of support over here, which is a major level of support, and it was an inefficiency. As you can see with what the market did here, it created this big upward push which left a gap in the market, inefficiencies. So price will always come back and fill this gap, but it didn't fill it properly. So it's not a full fill over there. It's a half a full. So we might see the market coming back down again and just doing a where is this? I'm going to use this one, and then fill this gap properly, which is right over there. Yes. Okay, so we might see a nice the gold coming right back down into this zone over here and fill this gap here, this inefficiency right over here. All right, so this is my outlook on the gold, and yeah, for my side, there's not much trading I'm in at the moment. I've got these two trades open. This is the Euro USD, which I should follow down to the downside, but it's not going to be a very big trade or lots of money, because I'm expecting the Euro USD to take a change at this level of support over here, where this trend line as well is. The same with the pound. I don't see it being a big trade, plenty of money, but I do think we might see a little push down to this downside, or let me just make a second one just in case. So I've got a mental note of where I think price is more likely to go. When you also trade, try and make, mental levels in your head of where you think price will go. So when price reacts a certain way, it doesn't catch you off guard. You are prepared for it. Okay, that's just my opinion. So just make yourself mental notes and make yourself little mental pictures. So when price does mess around you or breaks through this level of support, you're not like, oh shit, what the hell is happening? Because there is a second level of support over here. So in your mind, it might break through here and come right back down to the 1.28. Okay, when you do trade, try and plan ahead so that you're not caught off guard. That's what I like to do whenever I'm trading. I like to do, just mentally keep my mind occupied with where I think price is going to go. Okay. The euro yen, I'm just waiting for a breakthrough either from the bottom or from the top, but I'm not too sure from the bottom. I'm not too sure if I'm going to put a sell order in here because this is a big support. So I'm more waiting for a break of the highs, retest, break, second run. That's what I'm waiting for. Gold, just explain it now nicely in detail. I'm waiting for it to get to these levels of support. Then I will look for a buying opportunity on the gold as well. The same with the US yen, just waiting for a break. And when it comes to the Bitcoin and the oil, I'm waiting for it just to break down to the downside. It's all a waiting session. It's all a waiting game. That's what it is. That's what trading is. You have to be patient and just wait your turn. Just wait. Things will happen. There will be trades. There will be other opportunities. You just have to wait for it. If you try and jump in too early, you are going to see your ass quickly with trading. Trading, you have to wait for your things to fall in place before you put a trade in. All right. And if you have a trading style and with trading rules, stick to those rules. Don't break those rules. Stick to those rules. Okay. And that's from my side. Please have a good one. I will see you guys again maybe tomorrow. If something interesting happens in the market, I will definitely go live. I only trade live. I don't do stuff behind the scenes. I only trade live. And all my videos are live. So please like, share, subscribe. And go and look at the previous video where I also had my 2 cents about Don Vo. For those who don't know, there's been a big shock in the trading community. One of the traders, professional traders, Don Vo, well, let me say, Humpty Dumpty had a very, very big fall. And no one will be able to put that back together again. Nope. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. Gone. So yeah, go check the previous video and you will see where I explained what happened with Don Vo. Sad story. It's a very, very sad story, but what can you do? It's the way trading goes. If you fly too high, if you throw risk out the window, you will see your ass. Anyways, that's from my side. Have a good one. Cheers. Like, share, and subscribe, please, guys.